Hey guys, it's Nadine, and I'm here to share with you guys my 2015 Hobonichi and how I use it. And I will tell you in advance that I did not use it the entire year. I did switch up, I want to say, was it May or so? No. Change my planners out, and I will explain to you why that is and which planner I'm using as we do a walkthrough through this, okay? But I figure I would segue into my Hobonichi use of 2015 and right into my new Hobonichi haul right after that, so that you can kind of get a feel for what I'm thinking and why I'm going to be doing what I'm doing in the upcoming year 2016. So anyhow, this is my Hobonichi. I bought the Techo Kazen, and this is the cover that I bought for it. This is the cover that I am using, and it's just this like pinkish cover, pinkish mauve cover that I bought from the Hobonichi site, which is www.1101.com. Now Hobonichis come on sale September 1st at 11 a.m. Japan time. So I ordered this cover. I think this was last year I ordered it, and this is what it looks like. And in the back it has a little pocket, which I don't really have anything in there. And then it has these two pen loops. Now, here's the thing about this pen loop. I use this pen loop like this. I have two of my colettos in it. But another thing is if you don't have two pens that you use, you can actually put these two loops together and loop and kind of like run your pen through both loops. And what it would do is it would secure your Hobonichi so that it doesn't open. But because I use two pens, I just kind of keep them like this. And these are my two favorite ones. Between the Coletto's Uniball Style Fit, those are my favorite pens because it gives you the ability to use a multiple amounts of colors, which I have a color coding system in all of my planners, and that's why I deem these pens very important. So anyways, let's get started. So the very first thing on this side is I have a few things. Now this cover actually has 5 pockets. You could put credit cards in them, gift cards. I happen to use the stencils. I have my stencils that I use frequently. I keep them here. I got this online. Then they have a deeper pocket right here, and then two little pockets down here. For this side, I just have a Staples card because I sometimes print out things at Staples. What I do is I email them the file, they print it out, I just go there, pick it up and pay. And then I also have a little magnetic clip that one of my really good friends sent me, and it's so adorable that it makes me happy when I see it, so I have it here. On this side, I actually have my, what do you call this, like my goals for the year, my personal goals, my professional goals, and then my overall goals. That's what I have here. Now, as we're going to go through this, you're going to see that there are some parts that I love and some parts that I don't really care for in the Hobonichi. And I will share with you what I've tried to do with it and how I used it and how some things just failed miserably. So the first part here is actually a 6 months overview of the year, and it has all of the days. So 1 through the first day through the last day of every single month. So this is really great if you have you want to keep track of birthdays or whatever. So what you would do is on the top here, it allows you to actually write some stuff. So you can either use it this way if you wanted to go ahead and write it as like a bullet journaling kind of deal, or you can use it, you can write it this way like I have here. Now I got this idea, I think it was from my girlfriend Shimmering to Light here on YouTube. What she did was she tracked some stuff, and that's what I tried to do too. So some of the things that I had tracked, as you can see, is my spending, yoga, cardio, fitness, journaling, cards, YouTube, and my autoimmune things, and then juicing. Okay, so that's what I had in mind that I wanted to track. And then you can fill in the days that you did so. Now, as you can see, I was unsuccessful in tracking. That doesn't necessarily mean that I was unsuccessful in doing these things. It's just I didn't remember to go back and track it here, which is a little bit annoying. So basically the first part of my Hobonichi is a kind of wash because I just didn't use it. And that's one of the things. I mean, I think this is a brilliant way to keep track of things, but it just I just didn't use it. So then goes to the month on 2 pages. Now I did in fact go ahead and use this a lot, and as you can see, this is what I've done. Now let me share with you some of the things that I've done in here. So as you can see, it is color coded. I also use some stickers and such, and let me just share with you guys what I've used. So one of my favorite things is these market dots, and this is how I store my marking stickers. Okay, these market dots are actually I got from Amazon, and I've done a video with this in the past. I think it might have been for my simplified planner or something. I can't remember. It was years ago that I did it. Anyways, these are all color coding market dots. They're very tiny and they're unobtrusive, and I like that about them. I just keep them in this sleeve that I got from my girlfriend Mary, who is XOXO Mary here on YouTube. And I use, speaking of market dots, going back to the market dot thing, if you cannot find market dots but you do have a Daiso in your area, this is something that you might want to consider. It is the exact same concept. It is little dots like this, and it has different colors. Now I will say that there are some Etsy shops that also make little dots and stuff. However, I have found that they are not as small as these. So my thing is, I don't like things to be humongous and to take up a lot of space. So I prefer smaller things. Those. And now, if I don't have, like, if I don't have time to stick a little to those. And now, if I don't have, like, if I don't have those. And now, if I don't have, like, if I don't have time to stick a little sticky on here, then I will go ahead and use my stencils. And I also did a video not too long ago with my girlfriend Joy, and we showed you guys how to make your own stencils for your Hobonichi or your other planners, and I will link for that in this video up here. Okay, so I have that. I kept track of some numbers that I wanted to take care of. I kept track of like what was coming up. So if I were to open this, I could see month in advance what was going on and such. Okay. Now another of the things that you're going to see that I use other than color coding and my market dots are these little cute stickers. Now I got these, and here again I have my stickers. Now these are just like little teeny tiny stickers from, I can't remember where I got these from. I don't know that they make them anymore, but they're just like little star stickers, and green for me signifies anything to do with money. So if there's a bill due and such, I will notate that on the days that it's due. And another thing is I have like little hearts for, you know, special occasions of whatever's. Okay, so the little hearts are actually, let me show you again, in this little sticker holder. And this is what the hearts looks like. And this actually came from Michael's. Really inexpensive, $1 for this entire sheets of heart. And if you guys want to use a color coding system, I mean, I highly recommend this one because it has different colors on it. So you could, you know, use a color per person if you wanted to. So that's another thing that I use. Now you will see that I keep track of some numbers in here with this other little sticky, and that sticky is here. And this is what it looks like, and this is actually from Daiso, and it's actually kind of like a page flag. And I love that one. That's one of my favorite things that I got from Daiso. But these were sent to me by some of my friends that had a Daiso in their city, which I didn't have till recently. So this is what my month in view would look like. Okay, so month on 2 pages. And I did go ahead and use that. Now, let me show you really quickly. At the top of my Hobonichi, I have these tabs, these sticker tabs, and it has the actual months on them, so you can see January all the way to December. So if I needed to find a month in advance, I could just easily look, you know, grab a tab and turn it, you know, turn the tab to that page or whatever. So I have the months here on the top, but I also have numbers. Now you can't really see it because well, here you go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. That's the number ones, and I have those running on the side. Now this is for the daily. So I have the monthly on the top for the months, and then the numbers on the side for the day per page view. Okay. And here's the thing, with these tabs that I have on the tops and the sides, so these tabs right here and the ones on the side here, the number ones, these I just got from Happy Scrappy, and I will link her shop below. These that you see on the side here are ones that I got from the office store. So that's that. Now let me show you another thing that I've used. So again, here is, now this is called our week on 2 pages view. And let me show you guys how I use this. So this, for instance, is January, okay? So at the very top, you can see January and then the dates, okay? The dates up here. Now, the very top of this, there is a little box, or there's a section that you can do your top threes, okay? So some days I did have things that needed to be done right away. So as you can see right here, I have it written down. This needs to be done on this day. This was my top three. And then this format is numbered. So if you have appointments in that day, this is where you would go ahead and keep track of that. Okay, one area anyways. Now what I did for this too is that I also started to menu plan up here. So I not only did I use the top three, but I menu planned, and then I kept track of what appointments and such were coming up during the week. So if I opened up this view, I could see week at a glance, what was coming up. So great in that respect. Month in view at a glance, awesome. Week in view at a glance, awesome again, okay? Now we're gonna go to the daily pages. So let me just show you an example. Now I'm going to tell you guys in advance, I'm not a huge decorator person, so I don't decorate my planners a lot at all. Any planner that I have ever had, I've never really decorated them. There are a few things that I do, and I will show you what I do and why, but you won't find a whole heck of a lot in here. I'm a huge advocate of dots. I live by circles, little circle-y dots that I showed you guys, the market dots. And I'm a huge advocate of like washi tape to segregate things or to highlight certain things, and icons. Those are the three things that I do go ahead and use in my planners. And so let me show you what I mean by that. So let me give you an example. This is what a day per page looks like, okay? And as you can tell, it's actually filled up. And what I've done was, so here is a section, again, it's numbered. Let me zoom in so you can see. Now, you could be a diehard and again, write your appointments in this area here. So what you would do is you would transpose the week on 2 pages view. Whatever you have appointments there, you would bring it into the day per page kind of deal so that you can keep track of everything, or, you know, make sure that you know. Now, this is how I use mine. So what I did was I just have like what I needed to do. And there's also a box up here for the top 5. Okay, so your top 5, you can put it here. So I did my top 5s like that. I put it here. As you can see, green, again, anything to do with money or whatever. And then black is just everyday stuff, okay? So I did my to-do list here. And then I started to keep track of my YouTube stuff at the bottom of this. And so this one took up a little bit more space. So as you can see, I just segregated my personal stuff from my YouTube stuff by using this really simple deco tape, it's called. And what that looks like is this. If you guys are crafters and you know what adhesive runners or snail runners are, it's the exact same concept. And all you do is you just roll it along your page. So I'm going to show you guys really quickly what it does. Okay, so here is a page, and this is just as an example. And all you do is you take it and you just kind of run it, oopsies, across, and you have like a little bit of decoration, but it's not a whole heck of a lot, and it's not obnoxious or intrusive on anything. So that's what I've done. I've used that. And here's another example of another page that I've done it with. And that's what I've done almost in every page. So every single day per page, you know, I have stuff that needed to be done, and it's just my list of things to do. So my top 5 up here, my list of things to do. If I had an appointment, it would go on this section here. The very bottom was my YouTube stuff. And you can see here's a grocery list. Now what I would do is I would write, if I was thinking of something on the fly and I had this open, I usually write a list of like a little grocery list. And this is not my big grocery list, but this is something like, you know, if I'm going to go to the Asian market, I need just a few things. I'll write it on the 2x2 post-it, stick it in here, and then this gets taken off and put on the back of my phone. And one of the other things that I love to do, so like this is an example of a Sunday. And so on a Sunday, what I would look at, I would say, I want to have like a goal for the week kind of thing. So what I would do is I would write in Sharpie on this, as you can see, it's kind of transparent Post-it. And I would say this week's goal, for instance, and I would just do like a little quick checklist. And what I would use is this. Now this is actually from Daiso, and it's called Adhesive Tracing Memo Cover. And this is actually one of my favorites. So, and so that's pretty much what I used for the first 6 months or so of my Hobonichi. And then I changed it up because I would get a little irritated when you have to flip back and forth between different views. I found that to be a little bit annoying, and so that's why I stopped using it. Also, this form of keeping track of tasks for me, it got to be overwhelming in that it was a little messy, and I wanted it to look a little cleaner, more simplified. And so I changed my planners altogether. Then when I stopped using it as a daily planner, I did go ahead and start using it to journal in. Now, here is an example of one day I just kind of felt like drawing, or not drawing, I felt like I wanted to color. So what I did was I used my Gorgeous Girl stamp, stamped it up, and then I think I had practiced, I don't know what I think I might have used. I think I might have used like Tim Holtz or something, my Tim Holtz pens, and just kind of colored. And so that's what I ended up doing for the rest of the year. I ended up journaling. If I felt like doing some drawing, or if I felt like doing some watercolors or whatever, that's what I ended up doing with the rest of my Hobonichi. So I didn't waste it. However, in the upcoming years, I will not use my Hobonichi as a daily planner. I will actually use it to keep a journal, because the paper is such that it takes all kinds of media really well, and I love that about this. Like I said, my not so favorite part about it is in fact that it you have to flip back and forth, and that kind of gets on my nerves after a while. Now let me share with you one more thing. I do use these little page flags right here, and these page flags is just things that I want to remember to look at later on, because I have some ideas for some upcoming stuff that I'm going to be doing or sharing or putting up on my blog once my blog is relaunched. And whenever I had ideas throughout the year, what I did was I just jotted it down on the day that I got the idea, and now I can quick reference back, like, you know what, this is an idea, go back, look at it, revisit it, do something with it, kind of deal. So that's how I use my Hobonichi. And in the back here, I just kept my Shitajiki, which is the pencil board which you use to go ahead and put in between the pages. So for instance, when I did stamp this girl and started to watercolor on her, I used this board in the back, so that way it kept my page pretty nice and it didn't go anywhere else other than the page that I was working on. So if you guys have a Hobonichi, I would highly suggest you guys get this. Now the back of my thing looks like this. There's another pocket here, and like I said, I just keep my Shitajiki here. And pretty much that's an overview of how I used my Hobonichi in 2015. I'll share with you a really quick haul. I just recently got my package of the order that I placed on September 1st, and I wanted to share it with you guys. This is going to be haul number 1. And I had posted a picture on Instagram, and everyone was asking for a haul, and so here I am. And again, this is going to be a really quick one because in the initial order, I didn't place a large order, but I do have another order coming because of some other things that my girlfriend had suggested, and I was like, okay, let me get it. So their stuff came in a package, but within the package was a box, and the box is this really nice Tiffany blue color. And I don't know what any of this stuff says because I don't speak Japanese, albeit I am Japanese, but I don't speak it. So what I purchased was the weekly version in this cute little blush pink, and it came packaged in this, and I already kind of opened it because I get a little impatient. And in it came with this yellow multicolor pen. And I don't ever use their pens. I always end up giving it to my daughter because she likes them. But yeah, that's what it came with. And then this life book is what it's called. See that? And I don't know what any of this says, but this is what it looks like. you're gonna hear my dogs because I think that's the mailman. Anyway, it's like a poster of stuff that happens in life. And then also everybody goes crazy over this little printout. And what people have done in the past is I've seen that they've actually cut out these little characters and used it in their Hobonichi. I don't do that. I mean, it's cute, don't get me wrong. Maybe I will save this, but I haven't done that in the past. I just don't have time. But anyway, so let me show you. So this is the weekly. Now the weekly is a hardcover, and it is actually a very thin book. Look at how cute it is. And I like it. And I'm going to do another follow-up video as this year ends and the new year begins, because I want to share with you guys how I'm going to be utilizing this book, okay? So when you open it up, I love it. The inside has this like very thick, it feels like linen, okay? And then it has the year, and then a bunch of stuff. Let's see, 3 years on 2 pages view. So it says 2016 here, 2015 here, and then 2017 down here. And I don't know what these things say because it's in Japanese. And then here is the year on 2 page layout. So January through December. And you can track or you can log special things that happened or that will be happening every single month. And then, so the months are up here and then the days are down here. So every single day of the month is here. So say for instance, I could easily keep track of birthdays on here. So January is my mom's birthday. I could go ahead and write it underneath the date or whatever. So that at a quick glance, I can see, oh, I have birthdays coming up. This is somebody's birthday's on here and somebody's birthday's here kind of deal. You know, I think that's a really great year overview for special occasions. Not saying that that's what I'm going to use it for, but that's an idea to use it, okay? And then you have the month on 2 pages, and I love that it's printed on graph paper because I have a tendency to really gravitate towards graph paper. And this week book is actually starts on a Monday. So the Monday's here and the Sunday's here. Sometimes, for those of you who are not used to that layout, it takes a little bit of remembering. You know, you can kind of, I have messed up in the past where I didn't, you know, I'm so used to having Sunday start here that I kind of put things on different or on the incorrect days. So there is room on the sides and on the bottom to go ahead and keep notes. There's also a little area here that has check boxes. So if you wanted to make a list of something for this month, you could do so here. And this is a hand-sewn book, so I really like it. However, I will say this, that one part over here is already coming out. So, well, live and learn, but I'm not really complaining. So what I'm finding is that this format has all of the month on 2 pages in the beginning of the book. Okay, so from December, it starts in December, and then it ends in March of 2017, which it can be very useful for some of you, okay? Now we get into the actual weekly pages. It's a week on 1 page spread. So it goes from Monday through Sunday here. And then this side has a huge area to go ahead and make lists, make notes, whatever it is you want to do, you can do that here. I have some great plans for this thing. And like I said, I will share it when I start to add stuff to this book. And that was the reason why I purchased this, because I had talked it over with one of my really good friends, Joy, who is Oh Hi Joy here on YouTube, and she shared with me how she uses hers, and that inspired me to pick one up and try this out too. She uses hers for her everyday stuff. I will be using this for something completely different. So I will link for her a video if she has one, or if she's going to do one, I will link for that as well. And then you know, you can kind of get both of our takes on how we're going to be using our weekly Hobonichi spreads, okay? So that's what I have here. So here you go, all of the week per page is all together like that. Now, if you take it to the side, if you close it like that, I don't know if you can see, but very thinly and very faintly, each month is tabbed with a gray, okay? So that way you can kind of see that how the months are separated. Now, I thought I did see. Yes, I did. Okay. So in this book is very cute. It actually has page markers as well, which I really, really love. And you can, and this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to separate. I would use one of the page markers to separate the month I'm in, like this, and also the day or the week that I'm in. So let's go to December, I'm sorry. December, here we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and, so there you go. Now, if you wanted to, you could, use it the way I'm using it. And then that's pretty much what the, this format looks like, the weekly format, okay? Now, the next thing I got, which is the one that I normally purchase every single year, is this one. And this is called the Hobonichi Techo 2016 Cousin. And this is, I'm pretty sure, in the English version. And again, they give you the free pen. So I'm going to open this up and it's going to make some noise. All right. Now, if you get this, you're wondering what this is for. This is actually a tissue holder, so you can put Kleenex in here. I have this already like 3 years. So I have like 2 blues and 1 red. I don't really use that because to me, I don't think I can put a lot of Kleenex in here, but I'll give it a try. So, all right. Now this book, I already bought the cover for this prior, and I'm not going to be buying another cover because I'm trying to use what I have. So, I'm good with this. And what I'm going to use this for is not so much my daily stuff, but I think I'm going to use this as a journal. And the reason I'm going to be using this as a journal is because the pages are great. It takes a whole bunch of different kind of media really well, meaning watercolors, pens, all sorts of stuff. It absorbs it really, really well. So that's what I'm going to be using that for. And if you guys are interested, I will link for everything in the description box below. And then stay tuned for my upcoming haul number 2 from the Hobonichi store, okay? My girlfriend Joy, she actually purchased, I think pretty much on the same day that I did, but she got more things. I will link for her videos if you guys want to check her out as well. I will be back to talk story with you guys later. Take care. Thanks so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and click the button on the top left to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye!